Hello friends, this is an Olympiad geometry problem, and in this case you have been given a triangle, and this triangle is ABC, and inside this triangle we have a circle, and the radius of this circle is r. That basically we have to find it out, and this length is given, that is 8 unit, and it is also given that length AC, that is hypotenuse, is greater than length BC, that is this side, and that should be because hypotenuse is always greater than the side. So let us try to see how we can solve this problem. This side, that is hypotenuse, in front of angle B, so let's call this as B, and this side in front of vertex A, so let's call this as A. Now of course B is greater than A, as given AC is greater than BC, so we can say B is greater than A, and it is also given in the problem itself that AC and BC are integers, that is this length, that is B, and A are integers. So B and A are integers. Now let us try to solve this problem. So since this is a right angle triangle, we can say using the Pythagoras theorem, that is this length square plus this length square is equals to this length square, that is AB square plus BC square equals to AC square, and AB is what? AB is 8 unit and BC is A. So now I can write 8 square plus A square equals to B square. So this is the same here, 8 square plus A square equals to B square. Or if I take A square this side, then it will become B square minus A square, and this is equals to 64. And now I can use the formula, the identity, that is x square minus y square equals to x plus y into x minus y. So if I use that identity, this becomes b plus a into b minus a. So this is b plus a into b minus a, and this is equals to 64. Now if you remember, we have been given that b and a are integers. If a and b are integers, then a plus b will be integer, as well as b minus a will be integer. Because if a and b are integers, then sum will be integer, sum of integer is integer, and difference of integer integer. So this means this term as well as this term both are integer. So this is integer and this is integer. And this is very important because you see now the product of two integer is 64. So I will use this idea to solve this problem. And of course b plus a is a positive because b is a length and a is also length. So b plus a is a greater than 0, both is positive number. So sum is also positive number. And b is greater than a, so b minus a will also be greater than 0. So this is positive and this is positive. So we can say this is a positive integer and this is also a positive integer. So b plus a is a positive integer and b minus a is also a positive integer. So now I have two positive integers and product of these two positive integers is 64. So now we have limited number of possibility. I can have 1 into 64, I can have 2 into 32, I can have 4 into 64, or I can have 8 into 8. So these are possibilities. So I have written all possibilities. I can have 1 into 64, 2 into 32, 4 into 16, 8 into 8, 16 into 4, 32 into 2, 64 into 1. So only these are the possible we have, which are positive integers, and product of these two positive integers are 64. Now let us see how many of them are basically really possible, because b plus a is greater than b minus a. Sum is greater than the difference. So now I cannot have this, because in this case the first number is 1 and the second number, that is b minus, is 64. Difference is greater than sum. So this is not a possible, because my sum, that is b is integer, a is integer, the sum of these integer is greater than the difference of integer. So this is not possible. Similarly, this is also not possible because sum is lesser than the difference, that is not possible. Sum is lesser than the difference, not possible. Sum is equal to difference, this is also not possible. So these four cases are not possible. But this one and this one, these two cases are possible. because in this case the first number is 16, that is the larger number, bigger number, and the second number is 4, that is a smaller number. So this is a possible. Similarly, this case is also possible. First number is larger number than the second number. This is possible. This is also possible because this is a larger number, this is a smaller number. But now you see the difference of basically sum of these two things. The first thing, that is b plus a, and the second thing is b minus a. So sum of these two will be 2b because a will cancel out. So sum of these two numbers is 2b, which is an even number. So b can also have the sum of these two numbers should be even number. But 64 plus 1, that is 65, which is not an even number. So this is not possible. If you want, you can check for these two also, because 16 plus 4, that is 20, that is an even number. So this is possible. 32 plus 2, that is 34, that is possible because that is an even number. So these are the only two possible cases for which these two positive integers, if you multiply these two positive integers, product will be 64. So now I have two cases. The first case is b plus a is equals to 16 and b minus a is equals to 4, that is this case. The second case you can have b plus a is 32 and b minus a is 2, that is b plus a is 32 and b minus a is 2. So now we have two cases. We can solve for these two cases for a and b. So let's do that. So in the first case I have b plus a is 16 and b minus a is 4. I can add these two. So if I add these two equations, so b plus b, that is 2b, and a will cancel out, and 16 plus 4 is 20, so 2b is 20, so b is equals to 10. So if b is equals to 10, this means a is equals to, if you take this 10 this side, so a is equals to 6. So this is for the first case. Now for the second case, the two equations are b plus a is 32 and b minus a equals to 2. If you add these two equations, 2b is equals to 32, this means b is equals to 17. Now if b is equals to 17, either you can plug in this equation or in this equation. If b is equals to 17, then a is equals to 15. So now I know a plus b are basically a and b for both cases. But in the question it has been asked to calculate the radius, that is this distance. We have calculated a and b. So we calculated this distance, that is b, and we calculated this distance, that is side BC we calculated, and we calculated side AC. Now how we will find radius? Now let us try to see here. This is a point from where two tangents has been drawn. So this is one tangent and this is another tangent. Now if you remember one theorem in the geometry that says if you have an external point and on the same circle if you draw two tangents, length of this tangent and this tangent will be equal. So this means if this length is x, then this length will also be x. So this is here. So if this length is x, and then this length will also be x. Similarly, this is external point from which this is a tangent and this is a tangent. So this length and this length will be equal. So let's say if this length is by, then this length will also by. So these two lengths, so this is by and this is by. Now this is another external point from which we have one tangent and another tangent. Basically these two lengths can be calculated. Now let's connect these two lines. Basically this is a tangent, so this angle will be 90 degree. This is also tangent, so this angle will be 90 degree. And this is given, this is a right angle triangle, so this angle is 90 degree. So this means these two are 90 because of the tangent, and this is 90 because it is given that this is a right angle triangle. So this will also be 90 degree. Now this is a radius, this is also radius, so this is r, this is r, so this becomes a square. So this means this length and this length is r. So we can say this length and this length is equals to r. Now this side length, let's call this side length total length because this is in front of vertex C, so this length is c. So now I can say a plus b plus c, this can also be written as x plus x, that is 2x, y plus y, that is 2y, and r plus r, that is 2r. So 2x plus 2y plus 2r is equals to a plus b plus c. So let's write it here. So 2x plus 2y plus 2r is equals to a plus c, a plus b plus c. So from here I can say r is equals to a plus b plus c divided by 2 minus x minus y. And what is x plus y? X plus y is basically this length, that is b. So now I can plug this value. So if you plug this x plus y equals to b, so this becomes a plus b plus c minus 2b divided by 2. So this finally a plus c minus b divided by 2. So now I can calculate radius in both cases. In first case, b is equals to 10, a is equals to 6. So you see here b is equals to 10, a is equals to 6. And c is already given. So this length was given in the problem, that is 8. So what will be the radius? A plus c minus b. A is 6 plus 8 minus 10 divided by 2. So this is 6 plus 8 minus 10 divided by 2, that is 2 unit. Now in the second case, b is equals to 17, a is equals to 15 and c is equals to 8. So we can again calculate radius 15, that is b plus c. So this is here a plus c, a is 8 and a plus c, a is 8 and a is 15 and c is 8 minus b is 17 divided by 2. So radius is 3 unit. So there are two possibilities. In the first case, you can have a radius of 2 unit or you can have a radius of 3 unit. So this is the answer for this problem. So there are two answers. One is 2 unit is also possible and 3 unit is also possible. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoy, please share with your friends, like this video on my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.